designer, and at a momentous occasion, Payal celebrates 20 years, while Lakme Fashion Week also celebrates 20. Payal, if you can talk to us a little bit about your collection, Bohemia and Gypsies, and a little bit about 20 years.
Uh, so this is my 20th season with Lakme Fashion Week and 20 years in the business. And for this particular collection, I just didn't want to think about, usually designers, we think about our buyers, our clientele. We obviously have a certain formula, and I didn't want to follow that. So I broke it and I said, I'm going to do what I want and what makes me happy, play with color, play with texture, and experiment a little bit. So Gypsies and Bohemia, because I feel as a brand, Payal Singhal also kind of resonates with that theme. It's very fusion. It takes inspiration from world over. It's all about art and craft. That's what we talk about in terms of basically Gypsies and Bohemians were usually kind of creative people, people who are in the arts and crafts. And, because they were a little different, they were kind of categorized. And so I thought it was a great theme to bring together 20 years. And as you all saw on the runway, the collection had a lot of that inspiration. We've used a lot of color and a lot of tasseling and a lot of boho silhouettes to kind of bring that theme forward.
Wonderful. And how does it feel to celebrate, to have like a twinning anniversary with you and for LFW?
I mean, I always joke about this is that, for me, like Lakme Fashion Week is like home or family, and I've kind of grown up on the runway. So I was 21 years old when I debuted, and so it's kind of, it's like we're celebrating it together because we've grown up together. I was there from the NCPA days. I've seen it go to Hyatt. I've seen it come here, Geo Garden, and I've been with all heads of IMG, all choreographers, all stylists, all makeup artists. So, I mean, it's really been an amazing journey together.
Today must feel wonderfully nostalgic for you, no?
Yeah, it is, it is. It also makes me feel really old. So,
Shibani, how does it feel for you? I mean, you're walking with a designer who's celebrating.
I want to answer something before that. Shibani walked for my debut show at Lakme Fashion Week, and that is why I had to have Shibani walk for the 20th anniversary show. She debuted with us at Lakme, her debut walk, my debut show in 2007 in NCPA.
So I'm also really old as well, basically.
That was not 20 years back.
No, that wasn't. It was only 13 years ago. Sorry, your question?
No, so how does it feel? I mean, so many like special memories for everyone in this room. So how do you feel walking for Payal?
I mean, look, I'm working for a designer who is not only very close to my heart in terms of the kind of clothing that she manages to create, but also she's one of my closest friends. And I have a very special relationship with Payal because when I first started hosting in New York, I knocked on her door at her New York apartment. And I said, you're dressing another host that's doing the same TV show as me. Will you please give me clothes as well? And she invited me into her house, and I left with a bag of clothes, and she didn't know me from anywhere. And that's where our friendship really began. And I remember the first time walking for her to give me that opportunity felt so incredible and amazing because I was just starting my career in India. When she asked me to walk this time, it was such an overwhelming feeling because it's like I feel like I've been on this journey with her. I've seen collection after collection after collection, usually one of the first people to see it. And she always asks me what I think. And I'm really glad that although every single collection has been incredible, this one, and I say this every year, but this one is my absolute favorite because she's broken all the rules. She's gone with her gut. She's created something that she's wanted to do as an artist. And it's worked out really well for me because every single piece I want. But I'm just so proud of her because I've seen her, fight through this journey and make her mark. And it's been so incredible to watch her grow and to celebrate this 20-year mark with her and walk the ramp with Farhan for this very special show has been an absolute honor.
That's wonderful. We wish both of you the best. And I think I'm going to open the floor to questions for anyone who has anything to ask.
Payal, if you can elaborate more on what Shivani is wearing, fabric,
So Shibani is wearing a Georgette lehenga, as simple as that. But the entire embroidery is done in wool. It's and like neon colors are in fashion, and we also wanted like a nice, fun, celebratory kind of a color palette. For me, this had Shibani had made a trip to Tulum once, and was inspired. I wanted to have this total destination, beach, boho kind of vibe for her. I don't know why, but I just can't get along with the dupatta. So for me, I try very hard. Like you'll see in the runway show, you'll see like 2 or 3 dupattas. So for me, we were like, how do we make this really cool without it looking like you forgot your dupatta? And that's when we, this crop jacket with this thing. I mean, and she's wearing boots underneath. Yes.
I mean, it doesn't get better than that. Jacket and boots.
And Farhan was wearing sneakers. So.
My style mantra? Well, it really depends on my mood. I'm a very moody dresser. But to be honest, this entire setup where you're just kind of boho, as Payal said, I was in Mexico in Feb. And when I came back, this collection, she was already working in being inspired. And it just so happened that I had been to Mexico. And then I came back and then she was showing me things that were, it was just not inspired by my holiday, but it would seem so incredibly similar, which is great. But yeah, I'm more of a moody dresser, so my style aesthetic is usually very kind of grungy and casual, so the fact that she let me wear boots and a jacket instead of heels and a dupatta is ace. I love it.
So a lot of the fabric is Georgette and velvet. And I had kind of explored velvet in the spring, and I got a lot of eyeballs for that. But I stuck to my guns. I think it's a lightweight velvet and chenille, and we printed it this time, so that was another add-on texture. Of course, we had our Georgette, our dupion and our silk mull and other regulars, but this time I used a lot of Georgette and velvet.
I just also want to add, I think it's really important to note that each piece in this collection is super comfortable. And I think that's often a factor that I know women can relate to when they're thinking about going to a wedding or a special function and they have to wear something for like 12 hours. This outfit is super comfortable, and I feel like the fabrics that she's used really have that, she's kept that in mind, which I think is like #1 priority these days. So thank you.
Thank you.
On behalf of all the women. I can tell you about the hairstyle. Okay. So the hairstyle, I mean, it's obviously not my hair. I've got like silver and gray extensions that have been placed in.
We kind of wanted Game of Thrones meets Coachella meets Burning Man look, and we hope we achieved it. And I think like we've seen like this half bun on the runway, but we've never seen it on a showstopper. So I think it's like kind of like what happens is we usually try to make everything very pretty and make it very perfect. And I think we just wanted to not do that. We wanted it to be like more real and like this is how she would dress. I know that. So it's like that's how we wanted to show it. And the earrings are by this lovely jeweler from Hyderabad, and it's pure silver jewelry, beautiful. So. Yeah, so I picked the outfit, but we had a little shoot before the show, and she'd worn a similar concept, and it looked amazing. So these colors and all. So we had a little bit of a mini rehearsal before. So.
Thank you so much, Payal. Both of you together have given us inspiration on how to look boho, chic, and at the same time so put together for everything else that we're going to do festival-wise this year. Thank you so much. We're going to open the floor now to individual interviews that people want to have with you.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much.
Do you want to do the picture first, and then we do the
We've done the pictures. Thanks.